This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Beginning of the tennis season, the Chennai Open, India's only ATP event, made a stellar opening today. And it's not just the tennis stars who've cast a spell on the fans, but also celebrities from the world of cinema. Surya teamed up with Rohan Bopanna to take on the duo of Vivek Oberoi and Qureshi in an exhibition match. Star power at its best, ladies and gents. And as the stars graced the centre court, the fans were sent in a tizzy. But the excitement is far from peaking. The comeback duo of Mahesh Bhupati and Leena Pace are looking like crowd favourites, while the young new breed of athletes such as Bopanna, Yuki Bamri and the wildcard Somdev Devvarman are looking to serve up aces. The sporting extravaganza has the fans charged and the mood is electric. We'll give you a sneak peek at all the action with exclusive chats with some of the biggest names that are featuring in this ATP event. A very good evening to you and welcome to News Tonight with me, Ashmit. We'll come to that in just a while. But first, let's take a look at other stories making headlines at this hour. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh shelters the DMK-Congress combine from political headwinds, says that the ties are strong.
Well, the alliance remains as strong as ever.
Why miss a date with the Prime Minister? DMK chief has the perfect alibi, says the love for Tamil is top priority, dismisses talk of snubbing the Prime Minister.
முதலமைச்சரை விட பெருமைக்குரியவர் ஒரு புலவர் என்பதை இன்று ஏற்றவில்லை என்றைக்கு வேறாது.
An unidentified man opened fires at a student part-time as a security guard at a petrol station. First time on celluloid, the ethnic conflict of the people of Dhanushkodi and other coastal towns. The Chennai Open is off to a glittery start. Film stars Surya and Vivek Oberoi take to the centre court, look to serve up aces against the best in the business.
Coming back together, the entire tennis fraternity, the whole world that watches and loves tennis and has seen their magic on court together.
Actor Karthi dons a double role for the first time in Sirudai. Will it be a double dhamaka at the box office? Let's also have a quick glance at developments from across the country. The court questions the CBI's hurry in closing the Arushi case. The Talwars file a petition asking the court not to close it. A former secretary to Vilasrao Deshmukh who got 2 flats in Adarsh finally resigns from State Human Rights Commission. Abdul Ghani Bhatt, a senior separatist leader, has admitted that militants and not security agencies have killed some top separatist leaders. And with garlic at 300 rupees a kilo, a gang of thieves in Surat turned their eyes to garlic. Now, first up this evening, the morning after Chief Minister Karunanidhi chose his love for Tamil poetry over calling on Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, he got into damage control mode. Now, with the result that a smile of solidarity was flashed for the media, and both the seasoned politicians were quick to declare that all is well with the alliance. Shabir Ahmed brings us this report.
அதற்கும் செல்லாமல் இங்கே வந்துவிட்டேன் என்றால் என்ன பொருள்? நான் முதலமைச்சராக இருக்கலாம், ஆனாலும் முதலமைச்சரை விட பெருமைக்குரியவர் ஒரு புலவர் என்பதை இன்று ஏற்றவில்லை என்றைக்கு வேறாது. அந்த தமிழுக்கு பெருமையை பெறக்கூடியவர் நான்.
Karunanidhi is not the first chief minister to skip protocol. In 1998, Jayalalitha had snubbed Atal Bihari Vajpayee in a similar fashion. But on Monday morning, with both Karunanidhi and Manmohan Singh reiterating that all was well with the 6-year-old DMK-Congress Alliance, any cracks, visible or invisible, were cemented over for the time being.
Well, the alliance remains as strong as ever.
After high tension between the DMK and the Congress over the 2G spectrum scam, sources in the DMK say Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi was highly disappointed as the Central Environment Ministry has been delaying green signal for this project, the Adayar Punga, which is considered to be the Deputy Chief Minister's pet project.
Of course, when Karunanidhi and Manmohan Singh met at the Raj Bhavan earlier, none of the simmering tensions were visible. Remember, Jayalalitha had offered to support the Congress a few weeks ago when the spectrum scam and Raja holding on to the telecom portfolio was a raging issue. On Monday, it was a joint exercise in the DMK-Congress Bonhomie.
பொருத்தமான காரணங்கள் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. அதனால வருத்தத்தை கடப்படுறேன்.
காங்கிரஸ் திமுக உறவு எப்படி இருக்குது?
எனக்கு கொடுக்கிறது அளவு இருக்கு.
This was the first face-to-face meeting between Karnanidhi and Manmohan Singh post the A. Raja resignation saga. Despite the show of unity ahead of the assembly polls, political analysts say that beyond the all is well with the alliance facade, the dent on the 6-year-old DMK-Congress Alliance is unmistakable. In Chennai, with camera person Srinivasan and reporter Shabir Ahmed, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu. And in a disturbing development from the state, a student from Chennai, a new college pursuing his MA degree, suffered injuries as an unidentified man opened fire. Now, Arul Arasan, a 25-year-old student from Chennai New College, was working as a part-time security guard at the petrol bunk near Erungatu Kotai. Now, he suffered bullet injuries on his leg. Now, the incident took place at around 11 in the night yesterday. The victim was rushed to a nearby hospital. Special teams have been formed to nab the accused. The petrol bunk property remained intact, and the investigating agencies are suspecting a personal motive. And while the people of Dhanushkodi and other coastline villages have never been subject of a film, but award-winning filmmaker Leena Manimekalai is a new feature film, Sengadal, sets that right. Our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed brings us an exclusive preview of film which tells the story of coastal towns such as Dhanushkodi, which have borne the brunt of the ethnic conflict in neighbouring Sri Lanka for close to 30 years. Now, the film was shot during the last days of the ethnic conflict in Sri Lanka.
Suspects. That is how people who live along the porous border village are treated, simply because such a place is invariably the first destination of Sri Lankan Tamil refugees in India. Be it the state police, the Coast Guard or the Sri Lankan Navy, every authority looks at them with suspicion. Filmmaker Leena Manimekalai tries to capture the harsh conditions, both physical and psychological, in Sengadal.
Almost 660 fishermen were, registered killed by the Sri Lankan army. But there was no stronger voices, raising their issue. It's actually an international, human rights violation. So I went off to Rameshwaram and spent a very quality time, particularly with Rosemary, who was involved in refugee services. She was such an impressive personality because she herself has lost her husband in the war. Her husband was shot by the Sri Lankan army.
Other films such as Pugarendi's Katrukenna Veli, which tried to grapple with the Sri Lankan Tamil issue, created a flutter in the political circles of the state. But this film from the director of Goddesses, an award-winning movie at the Mumbai International Film Festival, deals with another politically sensitive issue, that of killing of Tamil fisher folk.
I got an opportunity to get associated with fisherwoman movement, particularly when we traveled to Delhi to have a series of struggles before Parliament.
While the influx of refugees during the last phase of the war in Sri Lanka forms part of the narrative, the film, for the first time, brings to life the engaging stories of the fishing communities in the villages of Kambipadu, Palam and Dhanushkodi. In Chennai with Peer Mohammed, this is Divya Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, a sensitive issue that, and moving from one sensitive to another sensitive issue, one that is on the minds of MBBS aspirants. AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha today urged Chief Minister M. Karnanidhi to beg the centre to withdraw the All India Common Entrance Test for MBBS and other postgraduate medical courses. Now, she condemned the Chief Minister for sitting over the issue despite her repeated appeals to stop such a move by the Medical Council of India or MCI. Now, she expressed fears that the MCI's move would affect several thousand students from rural Tamil Nadu. Now, she said that 69% reservation in Tamil Nadu to ensure social justice would be endangered by this move of the centre. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu government has decided to file a petition in the Madras High Court against the notification of the MCI to introduce single entrance tests for MBBS from 2011-2012. And on to a development that had the city police on its toes. The 32-year-old man who sent an SMS to the police control room saying that bombs would explode in Secretariat has been arrested. Now, the SMS was sent by him yesterday, in which he had mentioned that bombs would go up at 5 a.m. on Monday. Now, following the bomb threat, the city police launched a hunt. After conducting inquiries, the police zeroed in on the culprit, and he was nabbed when he came to the secretariat to check the security preparedness. Now, the accused will be produced before the Egmore court and will be lodged at the Pooral prison. And here's an interesting tale of inflation. Thieves shift attention from precious metals and stones to vegetables and spices. Find out more about that in just a short while.